I got a text from a young man who said, "What's going on in Uniondale, here where I live?" I go outside and look up, indeed, helicopters circling to deceive my family because they get nervous when I go running to things. Because if I get the call, I get in the car and I go running to the scenes to see what's happening. I kind of lied to them and told them that I was going to get a prescription that was never in the store so I could go and see what's going on. I handmade all of this. This is done with tape, poster board, the report protectors. Well, these are buttons that either were given to me by family members or that I purchased because I knew the young people personally. This jail I made myself. The flags that you see here were actually given to me by gang members at different venues that I've spoken to. Putting this together was so painful. When you look at the ages, you look at the stories, the dates. I can't sit back and let these families just suffer and no one talk about it. And I display this wherever I go. All of this packs down into 2 suitcases and a tall garbage bag for the boards. And whenever I'm asked to speak, I go and speak. I don't charge a fee. I don't get paid. I don't receive funding. This is about the families. This is about keeping the memories alive, keeping the stories alive. Some of you are here now whose children have been murdered, family members have been murdered, and you have no answers. We just visited 4 sites. There are murderers walking amongst us in our community of Long Island. So I use a lot of things are handmade, and a lot of people look at it and say, why don't you put it on PowerPoint? Why don't you, do this? Because it's not about PowerPoint. It's not about condensing it down. It's about sitting down and taking these stories and writing these dedications and making these things personally for the families to let them know it's not just that easy. It's not just that trivial. I cannot let it go. I have my own, and I don't say this for any sympathy or any comments. I have my own things going on right now. My son is on trial for a federal case. He's making some major mistakes right now. My survival in my home is a struggle. But we have a responsibility because I grew up here on Long Island. I grew up right here in Hempstead. Hempstead has 20 unsolved murders. 20 unsolved murders that I have. And I don't have them all. That's what I've been keeping in the last 14 years. It started out because I was losing so many young people that I knew. I watched the homecoming day parade. Came home, the kids are like, "You coming back?" "Yeah, I'm gonna go take the dog home." I go bring the dog home, get back in the car, drive to Roosevelt. The kids are banging on my car. Stop. I was driving a black Equinox. Stop, Ms. McFadden, you gotta stop. I'm like, what? You gotta park. I parked the car. They're like, "They killed Kale." I'm like, "What are you talking about? He's laying in the yard. They killed him." What? 12 o'clock in the afternoon, beautiful sunny day, beautiful parade, heading to the homecoming game. This is a young man who told my husband when we got married, he put on a suit for me. He braided his hair, put on a suit for me for my wedding, and told my husband he had to treat me right. He had to treat his other mother right. Wore a suit for my wedding. Those kind of, that shirt was made for me by his family because he called me a second mother. And many of the kids, I'm known as Mama Mac. So we have so many reasons why a lot of this is growing, but the one thing I'm not gonna do, as long as God gives me a breath, what I am going to do is carry these names and these families and make sure that I do whatever I can to let them know you're not alone, that you're cared about, to make sure that you get the justice that you need for your families.